All right, I'm on here to not so much to give a lecture as to see what we can do about the holidays coming up. We got Thanksgiving coming up here real quick, and we have Christmas after that. Yeah, to recap on things that are going on and everything. You know, obviously there's still a lot of turmoil out there. But all in all, there's a lot of things that have happened that are positive as well. And for me, the positive things have been the fence was built, and as far as I'm concerned, it looks pretty darn nice. And it looks like it's going to do the job that it was intended to do. And one of the next big things is to get a peaceful holiday season. You got Thanksgiving and Christmas here. It'd be nice to see things just kind of settled. We know that next year the court actions will take place, and hopefully people can let the courts do their job. You know, trying people out here in the public is not a good way of doing things. It makes a lot of enemies out of people that don't need to be enemies. And we all have our opinions, and yet each of us wish the other one, some instances, harm and ill will because it isn't the same one as the one that you have. I'm not saying that's unusual, but I am saying that it's not very good to do that. Not when you get to the point where maybe some people that were friends out there in Otter Creek are now enemies. And yet the biggest fight is between those people that don't live there, never been there, really don't know too many people there, if any. I've actually conversed with a few, but I honestly don't know anybody as far as talking to somebody in person, okay, face to face. So all I have is just what I see on here or what I feel in my heart to get things leveled out. Now I know what's fair and what's not. And I thought it was unfair for one side to be such bullies. And so I did everything I could to level this field. Now, obviously, my channel isn't big enough to level the things. And I'm too far away to come in there physically and help John and Michelle and their little daughter out. All I can do is wish them well, pray for them, and ask as many people that live in the area that feel that way to also give a helping hand if they can. You know, it doesn't always take monetary, but somebody that's a friend, somebody that you can talk it over with, somebody that'll pray for you. All those things are important to life. Now, you have a few just plain nasty people that have been brought into the mix of things, and then people take off and say, oh, what a great guy they are. They pat him on the back or her on the back, as it may be. Now, the other day I seen something. I always wonder. You have this one come along. I think her name is Shara. Some people call her Shart. And she put on some stuff on the internet, and it's like it's a great big deal, all brand new. And it's been on there at least 3 times before. And all of a sudden, it's brand new. It's not. It's been on there before. It's just old hash being rehashed. After a while, it don't taste as good, don't sound as good, don't look as good. I think she, if she's a true journalist, she needs to come up with something fresh to do. And if she is a true journalist, let's see her do some journalist work. Do the real thing. I'm not going to call the names out of what I really think of her. At first I thought maybe, just maybe, this person could bring some sense to this whole thing. And instead, it's like a little child go from one place to another and whisper in each other's ears and come up with all these bright little stories thinking they're brand new when they're not. They're old stuff. That's okay. We understand your mental capabilities now. So that's enough of that. You don't deserve any more of my time for sure. And then you have this guy from down under, doing the down low, I guess you might say. And he comes out and says he's a pacifist. And then he comes in and tells you all about all these things and how tough he is. You don't figure. I was never worried about somebody that told me how tough they are. Because if they got to broadcast it, they're just asking for trouble. And it always comes their way. The guy you got to worry about is the guy at the end of the bar, the quiet guy down there that don't say a word. You get down there and mess with him, he'll beat your ass. Believe me, he will. Oh, and he won't give you the first punch either, buddy. I got news for you. The first time you open your mouth up, he'll fill it up with a fist. Well, DJ, you just got a big mouth. That's the thing, and a big belly. And you look silly. And I know you want to look silly because you want to stand out. You want to be noticed. That's why you get kind of foul mouth from time to time. And you do foul things. It'd be just as easy to smile and shake hands and be nice when to people they'd appreciate you, but I don't know how you expect people not to be mad at you when you call them names and do things against them. Yeah, we all know now that you told us how tough you are, and it's always in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding, right? And this young fella comes up to you. Now he don't tell you anything or get mad at you. Matter of fact, he was completely civil. But then you had to flash that light in his face. Oh yeah, I forgot. You were defending yourself. Yeah, I seen the look in your eyes, by the way. You were a scared puppy. And like the scalded dog you were, as soon as the opportunity come, you made it to that car of yours, and you put the metal to the floor, and you got the heck out of there. Well, at least we know what you are. Maybe you ought to look in the mirror to see what you are. And that's all I got to say about you. You're not worth talking about. Well, what else can we talk about? Well, I'm all done with the bitching and complaining, and like I say, you got a couple of sourpusses out there that they're still stirring the pot with old shit instead of giving it a rest. Now, as far as I'm concerned, John and Michelle and their little daughter deserves a little bit of peace between now and the end of the year. And I hope we can bring in the new year with new thoughts. And I think when everybody sees some of the positive things that are happening and have happened, and maybe can happen by the end of the year, you'll be a little happier about it. This is a season to be happy, not be taking a poke at everybody. I'm hoping I don't have to lip off or raise Cain or call somebody names before the end of the year. And I won't, unless they come after me and start giving me hell. Every day, somebody puts something in there, and usually I go ahead and get rid of it out of there, because some people, they can't converse in a decent manner. I've always told you can have your opinion, as long as it's not nasty or it's not incorrect in what you're saying. I don't like to hear lies. Don't need them. So for now, put it on the shelf. Put it away. we'll have a good time between now and New Year's. At least I hope we do. And for everybody out there in Otter Creek, my hats are off to you. You know, I know you guys have went through literally just BS. You had a nice, quiet little town out there, and your living out there was the way you wanted it. And all of us from outside came in there and got the pot boiling. Sat there and stirred it. Well, I apologize for my part in there. And I promise you that I'm going to get the heck out of town here pretty quick once we get everything seated. To leave you with this mess without trying to get things straightened out would be as bad as coming in there in the first place. So if you're looking for me to leave tomorrow, that probably won't happen. But I'm going to do the best I can to give you back anything in that town that I may have taken away for whatever I have done or said. I hope all I leave behind there are good works. And I want to assure you, Two Leaves in a Pod, they are doing a good job. And their heart, they've got big hearts. And if you look at them and you think about what they've done, every one of you probably wish that they were doing that for you. You know, when you have a big heart, you try to help people, and that's what they're doing. They didn't start this thing, but they got pulled into it. Now, Thomas Collins, he's helped a lot of people out there. And he's a young fellow trying to make a place in this world. But he's a local guy. And a lot of outsiders have picked on him, which isn't really necessary either. I think if you leave him alone, he'll grow into one of the greatest people around there. I really do. Because he has shown what he can do and wants to do. Give him that chance. He's been a good neighbor for the people out there. He's helped clean a lot of things up in that town. And people say, well, he lives out of town. Well, he just lives down the road. Okay. He spent a good portion of his youth right there in town. He loves it there. Otherwise, he wouldn't help out like he does. And he's got a lot of good friends there, too, as well. So, when the outsiders, okay, say, well, he don't have any business there because he don't even live there. Hey, come on. Come on. Oh, Lord. Outsiders don't know the whole story. They probably don't know hardly any of it. Oh. Now, Robbie's got a big heart, and he's been helping Two Leaves in a Pod out. And this guy is very intelligent, and he's down to earth. And he means no harm whatsoever to anybody in that town. But he certainly has some experience with one of them that's been bowling through there like a bull in a china shop. And he understands the nature of that animal. So, listen to Robbie. He'll tell you the straight thing. He'll also do the right thing. And he's got a channel out there called Get Swamped. Super Dave has been trying to do the right thing. And he's grown a lot in this last year. If you give him a chance, you'll get to see that you're seeing somebody that'll tell the news and do a good job on it and does the research. He's grown a lot. And with your help, he'll grow a lot more. Bruce came along, and he is the legal eagle out there. And he's made sure others have come on board. And even though John and Michelle didn't have the finances it took to make sure that the scales were balanced the law, legal scales. They're working for the most part pro bono. And they're going to do their best for that couple. And they're not going after anybody maliciously. But they have been attacked maliciously for trying to do good deeds. The only ones making money out there are the ones that are out there keeping this thing running, trying to keep it going up in the air. The only ones that can stop it are the people out there that are coming in and making it worse. People like DJ, Sheriff. So, yeah. They would like to see things keep it up in the air because it makes them feel important. They get in there and start giving their 2 cents worth. I realized that there was a lot of people already helping John and Michelle. But you know, in a small town, there's not enough finances. You know, when you have one guy that's got more than anybody in town, and that's the guy you're having to fight with, it's never going to be equal. Can't be equal. Money buys a lot of things. And he has plenty of influence. So it's not going to stop anytime real quick. But for a lot of the other outside influences, actually we should be cooling it. Cool our heels a little. We don't need to be there. Nothing wrong with being equal in your treatment and calling a spade when you see it that way. So, with that all in mind, you already know how I feel about some of the players. Oh, and don't let me forget Guapo out there. He took a hit. And you know something? He sold it like a real man. He's still going out. He's got a smile on his face. He's living. He's had his vacation in between. He's not looking back at all. I wish we could all model ourselves similar to Guapo. You know, he just turned 30, and he makes more sense than a lot of us at 60. So I'd say he's well on his way of making it in this world. And his fight is completely separate, but with the same guy. And his is in another state, not down there in Florida. I wish all you people out there in Otter Creek to have a happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas. And all of you that are involved in this little thing, I hope you find peace over the next 6-8 weeks, and that you have a Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas as well. And of course, my favorites in the game, and I make no bones about it, is obviously Tule's in a pod, because they have worked so hard to make this thing equal and work out in the way that the Lord would have worked on it, I believe. So that helping hand has been out there, and the fruits of it are showing. And on a daily or weekly basis, more things are coming in to do that help, whether it be in presence, prayers, good wishes. It's all there. It's all coming in. Thank the good Lord for that. A lot of good people out there. Well, I can't think of anything else to say. I've said about as much as I can. Now, at least I'm going to try to stay out of the real hurtful things. And a lot of it depends if, you know, the people that come in here and start raising Cain on my channel, that don't mean I'm going to ease up on them, because I don't go on people's channels and raise hell with them. I don't call them nasty names or leave comments on there that are negative. That's not my intention. They're all creators in their own way, and they have a right to their channel to do it their way. And there's no reason for me to go there and knock them down. Now on my channel, I can give my opinion as well, and I expect you to respect that. So don't come in here chewing on me or taking my channel and trying to mess it up. It don't work that way. You're welcome to tell me what your opinion is. Just don't be nasty about it. No foul language. I don't like it. There's other people other than myself that's looking at this thing, and if some young person would get a hold of it, they don't need to listen to somebody that has a limited vocabulary, and so they like to swear to get attention, because that's all it's for. Anything else I can't think of right off the hand? Well, I think that'll end it for today. To all those people that are following my channel, thank you so much. You guys are so positive in the things you say and do. And I know I've seen you on other channels, and you act as gracious on those other channels as you have on here. And that makes me pretty happy, because you're not just a pretender. You're a doer. And that's what's important. It really is. So, for all you people out there, have a great day, great Christmas, great Thanksgiving. I hope whether you have a turkey, a steak, or a ham, that it tastes just as good as what you can ever remember. I don't know exactly what we're having this year. We're going to be going to the store here pretty quick and look for either a good ham or a small turkey, one of the two. More than likely, we're going to try to find a good ham this year. So with that, I'm going to let you go. You have a good day.